UFC has always been under fire for not paying their fighters enough. Sometimes it's the journalists, sometimes it's boxers, and sometimes it's UFC fighters themselves who demand Chief Dana White to hike their fight purses. Nonetheless, this year we did see some UFC juggernauts make bank, courtesy of their fiery performances inside the cage. Here are the 5 MMA stars of the UFC who made the most money this year. You'll want to wait till we get to the number 1 highest paid star, because you'll be surprised to know that he never fought in 2022, but he still made an absolute bank this year. Number 5. Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland has a simple philosophy to keep his MMA career afloat. The more you fight, the more you earn. Holland has fought a whopping 4 times this year, which is the most by any fighter on the current UFC roster. In his first fight of the year against Alex Oliveira at UFC 272, he made a total of $350,000, including a $250,000 fight purse and $100,000 in win bonus. His next win over Tim Means at the UFC Austin earned him $210,000. Unfortunately, Holland lost his next 2 fights and couldn't finish the year off on a high, but this doesn't mean he did not pocket a decent sum. In his losses to Khamzat Chimaev and Stephen Thompson, he made $350,000 and $500,000 respectively. Number 4. Charles Oliveira. On number 4, we have Brazil's veteran MMA star Charles Oliveira, who has had some turnaround to his career. After the birth of his daughter, he went from being an average fighter on a losing spree to an unbeatable force in the form of the lightweight champion. In 2022, Oliveira fought twice and made over $2.35 million. In his showdown with Justin Gaethje at UFC 274, Oliveira submitted him via rear naked choke in just the opening round to claim another win. He was reportedly awarded $1,602,000, which included $480,000 in base salary, $480,000 as a win bonus, $42,000 in sponsorship earnings, and $600,000 as his performance bonus. Talk about big fight purses. In his second fight this year in October, Islam Makhachev ended Oliveira's win streak, but Do Bronx still walked out with a huge sum. He earned $750,000 base salary, whereas Islam Makhachev was given $500,000 as his base pay. Number 3. Alexander Volkanovski. Alexander Volkanovski is the undisputed kingpin of the featherweight division. If you don't quite believe that, ask Max Holloway and Brian Ortega, who have been humbled by Volkanovski in the recent past. The Australian star fought twice this year and made over $2.41 million. The hike in his fight purses is possible after he was offered a new contract on the back of his absolute domination of the division. In his fight against Chan Sung Jung at UFC 273, the UFC champion netted $1.712 million. As for his historic trilogy fight against former champion Max Holloway, Volkanovski walked away with the W yet again. He received a guaranteed purse of $700,000 in the title fight. Number 2. Israel Adesanya. On number 2, we have an MMA starlet that has taken the MMA industry by storm ever since his UFC debut in 2018. The stylebender fought a staggering 3 times this year, making a huge amount of money in the process, approximately $4.76 million. However, he lost his middleweight belt in the last fight against former kickboxing foe and now UFC champ Alex Pereira. In his first 2 fights of 2022, Adesanya defeated Robert Whittaker and Jared Cannonier to bag $1.54 million and $1.8 million respectively. In his last fight of the calendar year, he lost his title to Pereira but still bagged more money than his rival. Adesanya reportedly walked away with a guaranteed fight purse of $1 million and $42,000 in sponsorship deals. The breakdown of his pay-per-view earnings is yet to be revealed though. Number 1. Conor McGregor. Despite not fighting a single time this year, Conor McGregor made the most money out of any fighter in the organization. Just alone from his Reebok deal, the Irishman made $5 million this year, making him the cash cow and highest paid fighter of 2022. If you were wondering why every UFC fighter is willing to jump divisions and do whatever's necessary to have a scrap with McGregor, now you know why.